This fruit stand is only open from late June to early July every year. It sells apricots freshly picked from the Orchard Heritage Park in Sunnyvale, California. It's one of the last orchards in Silicon Valley. Historically speaking, Silicon Valley used to be the Valley of Heart's Delight, with more than 8 million fruit trees. The Valley of Heart's Delight was transformed into Silicon Valley over the course of a few decades in the mid to late 20th century. Very few orchards remain, so the one in Sunnyvale is rare and precious. Let's hear stories about it from Mr. Charlie Olson, who still tends to the 800 apricot trees here at the age of 87.
Planted originally in 1925, and from what I gather, it was by a gentleman named Wright, W-R-I-G-H-T. In about the middle of the 30s, right around there, or before that a little bit, two fellows bought the land, 250 acres. It goes from here approximately 1 mile to Wolf Road, all the way back to Sunnyvale. Then in the Depression, they lost the ranch, and it was put up for sale by pieces. And 125 people bought the land. It was once one piece of 250 acres. In 1975, the city of Sunnyvale decided to build a community center, which is behind you. They bought 33 acres from 3 different farmers to build their community center. But along the way, inflation set in, and they only had money enough to build it 3/4 of the way. So what they did was they shrinked all the buildings down to fit the money. So they ended up with 13 acres surplus land. So they only had 20 acres of landscape and buildings. Then they asked me, I was a friend of the mayor, Don Logan, in 1977 to take it over and to rebuild the orchard because the trees had died. So me and 2 fellows named Frank Martinez and Roberto Torres, we planted 800 trees by hand. Took us a week, but we had a wonderful time to build it and plant it and watch it grow. So at the first 2 or 3 years, there was not much of a crop, but after the 3rd or 4th year, we started to get a few cots, and by 10 years, it was a mature orchard. So now the orchard is 45 years old. So the orchard that I took over for just a little while they decided what they wanted to do with the property. I've been taking care of it now for 45 years. So I don't know how much longer I can keep going because age is a factor. But we're trying. I have wonderful help. You could probably see we have wonderful time out here because we have wonderful customers. So I appreciate you coming and taking my story. And we'll keep it going as long as we can. And if we stop, we hope somebody else will keep it going because time marches on. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Charlie, for the locally grown and best tasting apricots.